Welcome to another installment of Test Chamber. I am Matt Miller. I'm joined by Javy.
Hi.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. How about you?
I'm doing well. We are here taking a look at the brand new Final Fantasy 15 Platinum demo. This was just released this week. A little bit of a surprise, an opportunity to get a sneak peek at Final Fantasy 15 with a piece of content that I think they have planned that this is the only place that it exists. It's not going to be like a central part of the game or anything, from what I understand. Like this is sort of like a little bit of a prologue story set with the main character when they're a kid. So let's dive in.
So it's a little Ground Zero-Z, but not, doesn't cost you money.
Yeah, I think it's something like that is a comparable experience.
Right.
It's pretty short. I think we'll probably be able to get through most, if not all of this in this quick test chamber here and show it off in case you don't have time to play it at home.
Okay.
And as you can see here, we're going to be dealing with Noctis in his dreamscape.
Right. And Noctis is the protagonist of 15,
yes,
right?
That's right. The young prince.
Who looks like he just walked out of Hot Topic.
They do like their black. Their black clothing, which, as it turns out, is a thing that he liked when he was a kid as well, as we're about to see.
Oh, okay.
It's a stylistic choice.
What is this place?
I think from what I've seen of Final Fantasy 15 so far, one of the most interesting things they're exploring is the juxtaposition of these fantasy elements with very modern conventions, things like cell phones and modern cars and all that kind of stuff.
All right.
Here, obviously, we're seeing the main character with a cell phone talking to a weird fantasy creature that lives in his dreams.
Okay. Oh, we're going Crash Bandicoot right
Yeah,
here.
a little bit of collection stuff here going on. Just to set expectations, I played a little bit of this already. So that's pretty cool.
Oh, wow. So Attack on Titan? Okay.
Well, I think one of the things they're doing with this is that, through the quality of the main character's dreams, we're also getting an opportunity to kind of see stuff that they're teasing about what the main game will be. The thing we just saw is almost certainly seems like it looks an awful lot like what a summon might be.
Right.
Even though they're not being explicit about it. And our little dream guide here is telling us we basically just have to run around. This is time sped up. This is another thing. I think they're just showing off things that they can change about the game world dynamically, right? See how the shadows are passing.
Right.
I think you're also going to encounter situations. Yeah, here we go. The weather's changed. So you'll see moments where they're showing off their ability to do a dynamic weather shift within the game world, which, maybe isn't the biggest deal in the world for something like a big action game, but large role-playing games like this, like Japanese role-playing games, I think it's fair to say that it's a little bit of an innovation.
Right. I gotcha. All right. So what should we go with?
Well, I think you can equip both of them. So put the toy sword in top and put the hammer down below if you want it to. And you can now have a chance to experiment a little bit with a slightly goofy version of the Final Fantasy 15 combat approach. One of the things I like about this is the ability you're sort of summoning your weapons almost like magically, right?
Right.
And you can change them dynamically. So if you whack somebody with the hammer and then you just switch the button that you're pressing, you seamlessly flow into using that other weapon.
Okay, so it's like a combo attack.
Yeah,
All right.
which, at the level of simplicity that this demo is offering, it certainly isn't going to completely blow your mind, but it does illustrate the potential for some cool stuff that might happen later.
Oh, something's stirring in the dreamscape.
Yeah, watch out at the lake here. You'll see some cool stuff. Oh, wow. Now, if I were a betting man, I would say that looks an awful lot like Leviathan from previous Final Fantasy games. But
All right, cool.
So I think you can go back the other way now, following our little cute cat, dog, squirrel, rabbit thing. He does actually have a name, but it's a little bit of a spoiler, so I'm gonna wait. It's gonna tell us by the end who we're actually looking at there. So this tooltip here is a handy thing to notice. You can hold down both the attack button and the defend button, and just have continuous attacks. And if you're holding down, especially with attack, you can do just what I was talking about before, where you're attacking and then partway through your attack, you're switching to a different weapon, and it's just a continuous flow.
Oh, wow.
This is, as far as I'm concerned, the coolest part of the demo. A little Alice in Wonderland action going on here.
This is really neat. Oh my gosh. All right.
So you'll have to equip those the same way you did before. Hold down the thing, select a spot. And if so, like they say, you got to hold down the attack button and then aim with the left stick.
Oh, neat.
So this is their way of illustrating, stuff that's kind of like magic, I think.
Right.
Item use, presumably.
Great score.
Yeah. They whatever else people have to say about Final Fantasy 15 when it comes out, everything that I've heard from the musical score thus far has really been awesome.
Oh man, I wanted to kind of nudge the our little friend. Right.
Yeah, well, he's jumped up onto the table, so you're gonna have to go find a way to get up there.
Oh, don't tell me he's a Navi, or he just keeps on shouting at you while you're trying to figure out what you have to do to get up there. Okay.
Well, they drop those little gems around, which are also good little clues about where they might want you to be going next. What I like a little bit about this setting that they've done for this demo is, without spoiling story stuff, I can guarantee you that some of the stuff that they're showing you here has relevance to how the story is going to unfold in the main game when it eventually releases. And I think that's kind of neat. There's like, we see him. This is this young prince's dream, and so I think there's a very good chance that these scenes that they're going through are places that are important to him in his childhood.
Right.
That we're gonna learn more about in the course of the main game.
I just love that sound.
Yeah, it is pretty funny that your weapons in this case are the manifestations of the toys he has in his room, presumably. These little squeaky hammers and toy swords and stuff.
Oh, this is so neat.
Yeah. It's also interesting to me that these were I noticed that these were the magazines show English.
Oh, weird.
And
let's check this out. All right, The World Wanderer.
Yeah. Again, I like the idea that this is sort of like a tease of what Noctis is interested in, right? What is in his mind and what he's dreaming about reflect where he's eventually going to be sort of going with his life, because he is sort of an explorer and a wanderer. presumably.
Yeah.
Better take out those nightmares. Man, I feel like this is a game that we've been covering for just such a long time. I mean, back when it was Versus 13, it was, I mean, you're talking about like basically a decade of waiting for this project.
Right.
That has eventually, been renamed and become Final Fantasy 15. It's kind of wild to finally see it like peeking over the horizon that it's going to actually be coming.
Yeah, I actually haven't played a Final Fantasy since 10, and this is the first one I've seen where I've been like, oh my god, I've got to play this. This just looks, fascinating.
Yeah, it looks cool.
Ooh, Thunderbolt.
Better pop those on.
Oh, I love this. The passage of time.
Yeah, the shadow
really cool.
shifting's cool.
Yeah, really sells it. All right, we go over here. So, what is this? Physics. I'm easily entertained.
Well, it is sort of sad that in a Japanese RPG, that's the threshold sometimes for it's got physics. But yeah, I mean, seriously, there's a lot of things about this game that do feel like they are Square Enix's attempt to pull the JRPG genre forward into some of the more modern conventions that we're used to in other genres,
right.
Like things like action games and shooters and stuff. We're getting some of those technical innovations that, maybe happened in other genres a while ago, but
they're
not yet here.
They're really leaning into like creating this sort of universe too, in the sense that like it's vaguely Marvel cinematic. Like they're just having all this stuff, like an anime movie, or anime series.
Yeah, there's a big push behind this game. There's no doubt about that. I'm sure they would love, like they tried a little bit.
Okay, let's go with it.
Yeah, do it, man. They certainly tried a little bit of that with Final Fantasy 13, and I've always kind of wondered like how successful they considered that to be.
Wow, I'm.
Yeah, I don't know how much you're gonna actually have success actually attacking things.
All right,
with this thing.
Let's.
But it does give you the chance to see some of the cool creatures that are in the game world, which I like. There's different ones that show up when you pop onto those pads. So somebody who really wants to, if you're people who are watching at home there, if you go into this demo yourself, you can go and you can check out all the different creatures that might pop up.
And how can they access this? Is it just through the store?
Yeah, it is. It's a little wonky to find. If you do a search for Platinum, for instance, it really it doesn't seem to be able to find it, or at least when I looked it up right after it released on Wednesday, I couldn't find it that way. I had actually tracked it down through Final Fantasy 15's like central hub page on PSN.
Oh.
I've heard you can also find it by going through demos and finding the free demos on the PlayStation Store, and that will do it.
Right.
I promise it's there, and it's free, and you can check this whole thing out for yourself, get a feel for what combat's eventually going to feel like, albeit a much simplified version of it.
Man, I don't know if I want anything more than this. Like, I could deal with a 60-hour game that's just squeaking hammers. Like, that's entertaining enough.
Well, boy, do I have good news for you, because, turns out that one of the most interesting things about this project is how much, at least from my perspective, it feels like it is crossbreeding the world building of Final Fantasy with the some of the more successful action elements of games like Kingdom Hearts. Right. Which, if you're looking for a game about squeaky hammers,
there you go.
Maybe not squeaky hammers, but keyblades and the like.
So What's up with these locked plates? Do you know? Because we've come across them several times.
Yeah, I don't know. I think that I think it connects up with those things you're collecting.
Okay.
But for the sake of like seeing the full demo here while we have time, I think we just run down the corridor and see where the dream ends.
This is very Shining-esque. I'm expecting to see two little girls. Are they in here? Come play with us, Noctis.
One of the other things I noted about this demo was just its art design and the beauty of these environments is really
it's
really amazing. It makes me excited to play the final game, kind of just to see the world that they've pulled together.
Right.
In a high def environment. Seems like such a long time since I've had that sense of wonder about a Final Fantasy universe, which always used to be one of the big draws. Like if you think back into the moment in time when you first played Final Fantasy 4 or 10, 7, 12, these were games that that had these fascinating worlds with really unusual creatures and interesting conceptions of how magic and technology integrate with one another. I'm excited about getting to do that again and see that happen.
Oh, wow. This is gorgeous. Oh, no music. That's not good.
I know. It's always the sign that something bad's going to happen, right?
Yep. No. Miller, you didn't warn me about that.
Sorry, man.
You could have told me.
I don't think it's quite as bad as you think it is. He's still around.
Is that one Final Fantasy character? Oh.
Through your darkest dreams. But remember, Noct, in the world of your dreams, you are king.
I'm not afraid.
Oh, wow.
So, as a last little tease, you're getting to see Noctis as a big boy.
Oh, with real weapons.
Yeah, with real weapons. And you're going to need him.
Oh.
Because this guy has a big sword that he's going to try to hit you with.
All right, so let's get some Dark Souls-esque in here, I guess. Oh, near. Oh, why is this happening? Oh, it's not so bad. All right. Oh, whoa, what is... Got that cloud sword.
Yeah, no doubt. I kind of like the cloud sword, frankly. Even though it's a little heavy and hard to use.
Oh, wow. Folks at home, I swear I'm good at video games.
When I got to this fight, I also found like I was really getting beaten up by this guy a good bit.
Let's try something faster. Oh. Nope. All right.
Throw some
I'm out.
fire at him. Oh, you're out.
I only had one.
Maybe you can try hitting one of those barrels. See what that does. Or go step on those plates. Maybe those will help you.
Are there plates?
Or, just keep hitting him.
I mean,
I don't think they're balancing this to be like something where you're going to get knocked back to the beginning of the demo or anything. Once again, pretty awesome music, right?
oh yeah. Wait, so my MP was restored. So that stands to reason there's a health one. Oh no. Oh wait, there we go. No.
You're getting pulled in by his vortex. I think you should just go punch him. Defend. Oh, you did not press that button fast enough.
What's my buddy doing? Okay. All right, let's do this.
There's some environmental destruction for you.
Oh, that's cool. What?
Yeah, cool, huh?
What is that? That's
Yeah.
so neat.
Yeah, that's one of the... They actually showed that off in the previous demo a little bit, but it is one of my favorite aspects of the new combat system. The idea that you're actually warping around the battlefield at times. All right, let's take this guy out.
What are we doing?
Just attack him. You'll get him. You might take some damage, but you'll be all right. I had the same sensation when I played Final Fantasy 13 that like the combat now in a Final Fantasy game is what I always imagined it would be in my head back when I played like Final Fantasy
Back
4.
when it was turn-based and
Yeah.
little sprites
Yeah.
going pew pew. Oh no! Bring back grown-up Noctis.
Yeah, no doubt.
Ruby, what are you doing? Why'd you change me back?
Now you can finally wake up.
I don't wanna wake up.
And find out where his safe place is.
Wait, why'd you turn me around?
So yeah, here at the end, we see the first hints of what I think is going to be a pretty important aspect of this final game,
Right.
exploring the relationship between a father and a son.
Thanks. See you.
Well, he's wearing Chucks.
Wait. I remember your name now.
So it's Carbuncle. That's who our little buddy's been all along. And of course, to finish out the demo, they're going to make sure you have an opportunity to go order Final Fantasy 15.
Well, they do not waste any time.
So we're not going to order that right at this very moment.
We're not?
No.
No, why?
But that's not because we're not excited about this game. I think this is rapidly rocketing to the top of a lot of people's enthusiasm list, frankly.
yeah.
After this week's event, I think a lot of folks are seeing just how much Square Enix has invested in this title that's taken so long to come to market. And we finally don't have that long to wait. The release date was revealed as being, I believe, in September.
Right.
I want to say it's September 30th. And that means that in just a few months, we're going to get to see this whole big journey with Noctis, and it should be pretty cool.
Yeah. I am pumped for this.
All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. And we will see you next time on another installment of Test Chamber.
Bye.